Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier, and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Dear Miss by Zach Bryan. Cool little song, nice little finger picking thing to play, which is relatively easy, so I'm going to teach you the whole song. But just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notification, leave me some comments in the comment section. Even if you just say hi, it helps the video get some more views. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this, then I'll put it on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, the intro, it's over 2 lines and it sounds like this. Okay, so to play that, we're going to start with our 3rd finger on E3 and little finger on B3. And we're going to play the E3 and then the B3, then the E3 and then the open G string. So you got, and you can, if you want to, you don't have to, but you can slightly palm mute that low E string so it gives it a bit of a fatter kind of more muted sound. Okay, and then it just does that again in that bar. So you got so E3, B3, E3, G, E3, B3, E3, G. Next bar, bar 2 is exactly the same. So bars 1 and 2 together go. Into bar 3, and we've got this. Okay, now we can simplify this, and we do simplify it in the verse, but this is what he plays in the intro. So based on a C chord, 1st finger on B1, 2nd finger, even though we're not using it, I'm putting it on D2, 3rd finger on A3. And I play the A3, the B1, the A3, then the G string. So you got then A3, then B1, and then you're going to hammer on with the little finger onto fret 3 of the B string. So B1, hammer onto B3, and then it pulls off to B1 at the same time as you play that A3. So that's quite tricky. You're going to probably have to practice that if you haven't done that sort of thing before. And then plays a G. So that bar slowly, bar 3 goes. Okay, it's a little bit tricky. If you struggle to do that, just play what we did in the first part of the bar. So you just do that twice. And it will still sound great. It basically is the same idea, just doesn't get that little trill in there. And then bar 4, we're going to go back to G, but we don't need to put our finger on E3 this time. Just play E3 nearest to your face, then open B this time, E3, and then G, then E3, B, E3, G. So, okay, so the whole line slowly is going to sound like this. And up speed. On to the next line. Now this first bar is exactly the same as what we had as bar 3 on the C chord with the little trill. And again, you can simplify it and just go. And then back to G, where you got E3 with the open B, E3, G, and you do that twice. Into bar 7, and we've got E minor. We don't really need to put any fingers anywhere, so you could put your fingers on A2 and D2, but we're not even hitting those. So just open E string, then open B, open E, and then open G. So it then goes back to the C chord and plays A3, B1, A3, and then G. So bar 7. And then you've just got 2 bars of G in bars 8 and 9. So that line slowly will go. And up speed. Okay, so let's put the whole of the intro, 2 lines together. Let's do it slow to start with. Here we go. And up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the intro. On to the next section, which is the verse. Now, it's the same idea. Just you get rid of the trills and make it a little bit easier. So the first 2 bars are just G, so E3, and you're not going to play B3, you're just going to play the open B, then E3, and then G. So it does that through the first 2 bars. So then C, no trills on it, just play A3, B1, A3, G, and it does that twice. Then back to G for a bar. So that line, 1, 2, 3, 4. On to the next line. Again, C for a bar, G for a bar, E minor for 2 beats, C for 2 beats, then G for a bar. So the first 4 bars there go. It will then repeat back to the previous line and play that line through, and then this line through, and then play bar 18 as well, which is just an extra bar of G. And then it repeats back round again to the previous line, plays through, and then plays this line, plays bar 17, but it doesn't play bar 18. Instead, it just goes to bar 19, where you're just going to play like a G chord. And a thing to note out, in the second verse after the chorus, it plays the whole thing twice through, but puts an extra bar of G, the bar 18 each time. So hopefully that makes sense. So it's the same idea. You just got 2 lines. It just keeps repeating. Sometimes it does that extra bar of G. And that takes us then to the chorus, where we've got this. So for that, E minor, A2 and D2, then a C chord, then G, and then G for another bar, and then G for 2 beats, then C, then E minor for 2 bars. You could put a bit of rhythm in, like a... and just kind of fill it out, but as long as you're changing the chord in the right time, or you could just keep it stripped out and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That repeats, so you play that twice through, it then goes back to the intro, and then verse, like I say, it goes around, it does do the extra bar 18 of G each time, and then does this chorus, and then it does the intro bit again, and then there's a little outro right at the end of the song that goes like this. And all that is G for 2 bars, let it ring, C for a bar, G for a bar, C for a bar, G for a bar, E minor for 2 beats, C for 2 beats, and then G for the 4 beats, just to finish off. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that guitar lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you could subscribe to my channel, it'd be awesome. My name's Andy Hillier. I've been making these videos for a long time, and it really does help me out, as does giving me a like on the video. Leave me some comments in the comment section. I do read every comment, so let me know what country you come from, because I'm just making this video from my home in England, and you guys are all around the world. So let me know what country you come from. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, keep me doing this, and you want the tabs for this as well, and loads of other songs, then you can support me on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description, or you can give me a super thanks on the video as well. Well, thanks for watching this. I do really appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.